Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Access City Council. I'm your host, City of Las Vegas Communications Director David Riggleman. Coming up on this show, Ward 2 celebrates the opening of a gem of a new business, and Memorial Day is remembered at the Lakes community with American Legion Post 76. Here to discuss these topics and much more is the councilwoman who represents Ward 2. You know who it is. Victoria Seaman is back. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good. Good to be back. Thank you for having me.
And here we are. June is in full swing. Summer is here, basically. So.
And things have not slowed down.
Right, not at all. They've been very busy. We have a full show here, a special guest from Metro coming on to the show. We're excited to introduce you to him. But in the meantime, Councilwoman will tell everybody where Ward 2 is located. This happens to be where you and I both live.
That's correct.
But if you're not familiar with our area of town, don't worry, we're going to show you on the map. It's basically that area west of the Rainbow Curve. If you live in that area, work in that area, then you're in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas. And of course, if you're a resident out there, you are represented on the city council by Victoria Seaman. And we've got a full show today. You've been very busy.
Very busy.
Very busy. It's funny, this time of year, kind of that spring into summer, a lot of events, a lot of things going on. I think
weather's still good.
Exactly.
Right?
And so everyone takes advantage of it. Love this. We love when new businesses open in the ward. During the pandemic, anything but. It was tough. A lot of tough times for business. But you posted this on Facebook. We're so happy to see it. I was honored to attend the grand opening and ribbon cutting for Huntington Jewelers' new location. We welcome this historic business into Ward 2 as they served Las Vegas. Are you ready for this? Since 1950.
That's right.
Wow. Now they're in Ward 2 as well.
That's correct. They bought the business, brought it to Ward 2, and I'm so excited for them. And she is an amazing designer, by the way.
Ah, very good.
She's been a gemologist for quite a long time and really has passion for this business.
And where is this located, Councilwoman?
Village Center Circle.
Village Center Circle,
yes.
Okay. Well, we love when new businesses open in the city of Las Vegas. Again, during the pandemic, during the recession, we saw some difficult times, so when we're on the upswing, we will take it. And so welcome to the ward and best of luck to you. Councilwoman, too, this really dates me because I remember some anniversaries that were not quite this old, but you posted this on Facebook. You said, I had the privilege of presenting a proclamation to Moshe Borvik and the students at the Adelson Education Campus and the IAC, Israeli American Council, celebrating, are you ready for this, folks, and supporting the State of Israel's 75th birthday.
Yes.
Now, I remember as a kid when the State of Israel turned 25.
Yes.
And so has that been 50 years ago? Apparently
yes,
it has.
It has been.
Yikes, time flies. But nice celebration, big turnout for this.
It was a big turnout. Yeah. It was an amazing event, and I presented to the students at Adelson at that event. And there's Captain Sims there.
Yeah, David Sims
who
from
got an award as
yeah.
well. Yes.
And so, of course, the Las Vegas Jewish community is very prominent and large here, and had a chance to get out and celebrate.
And I'm a big supporter of Israel,
yeah.
so was happy to do that.
So congratulations to them, and God, again, big turnout out there that night. That was awesome. That took place back on April 30th, if you're trying to get the exact date. And then, Councilwoman, this was great, too. Again, kind of associated with business and the success of business. You posted on Facebook, we had a fantastic night at the Las Vegas Business Academy 12th anniversary dinner presented by Salvatore Ferragamo. The Master Jedi Award went to the well-deserved Sheriff McMahill. Kevin McMahill was honored that night.
Yes, that was a great event, and it's a great academy for
Tell us
students.
about it, Councilman. Explain what they do, basically.
Leadership. It's a leadership academy for those that are enrolled in school, and then they enroll into this academy to continue their education even further. And Reno Armeni is the one who started this academy.
Oh, very good.
And they were giving a big award to the Salvatore Ferragamo Jr., who's the grandson of the original designer.
Oh, very good.
So I was able to go about a week later to the Lunch and Learn. The students invite leaders in the community to learn about them, and also so we can learn about the students. So I learned about all the goals that they had. It was very, very interesting. It's a great academy. I think if you're interested into furthering your career even more. He was in the hospitality business for many, many years.
Las Vegas Business Academy, and look like a lot of young people here.
Very young.
Yeah.
But all of them are enrolled for their master's or their bachelor's degrees, and they're currently graduated or going to UNLV.
Studying business primarily, Councilwoman?
Business primarily, yes.
Very good. Well, interesting. Who knew? I didn't know it existed. I learn something every time that we're on together. So good information. Thanks very much. That's good stuff, and best of luck to all the students and to the Academy. Councilman, this next topic, very timely, especially as we're heading into summer, living in the desert. You posted on Facebook. I was proud to participate in the American Melanoma Institute 5K Melanoma Walk and present them with a proclamation from the city of Las Vegas and a certificate from the governor. This is so important. As someone who's had a little bit of skin cancer myself, not malignant melanoma, thank goodness, but living in the desert, you got to be really careful of the sun and the damage it can do to your skin. Yeah, and this was started by a local doctor, this foundation, because we live in the desert, Dr. Amin Hayadat, and he is doing an amazing job in getting the word out. And his goal is to bring sunscreen into all the elementary schools and educate them on how important it is to start young. Because we start putting sunblock on when we're older or we're at a pool, but we live in the desert. It's so important to use it every day. My dermatologist told me your skin never forgets. Sunburn that you had as a child will haunt you later on in life. You can look at me and probably get a sense of that. And it's so important that you take care of your skin, especially in a place like Las Vegas. You don't think about it, especially when you're young. It's like, oh, a sunburn's not a big deal. Well, you get burned over and over and over the course of your life, and it can be a big problem. Right. So it's so important to have that foundation here in our city. Congratulations to them. Good work. And folks, listen to their advice. It's as someone on that side of the issue myself, I can certainly relate. And one group, Councilwoman, they are very active, and I know that you hear a lot from them, is this one. You posted this on Facebook. You said, we're happy as the City of Las Vegas and Las Vegas Fire and Rescue Department to sponsor the Buffalo Coalition Neighborhood Association Neighborhood Safety Fair. This group, the Buffalo Coalition, has been very active in Las Vegas, 35 plus years, and they have been active in all the years I've been in Las Vegas. And you know, I adopted them in the last redistricting, and I'm ever so grateful. You did, that's right, that's right. They were not in my ward before, and I'm so grateful because they are the nicest people, and they really know how to keep an area safe. They don't have an HOA, but they have created their own they band together, they really do.
And look out for each other. They are doing amazing things. Yeah, they really do, and been very active, and you get a real sense of community when you go out there. Everybody knows everybody, and they're all, again, looking out for one another, which is good stuff. And then, Councilwoman, you had a lot of stuff that you were doing with the young students this time of year, a lot of honors being given out. This is one that we love to recognize. You posted on Facebook this morning. You said, I attended a ceremony at Staten Elementary School to celebrate and honor the students who completed the Great American and Great Nevadan programs. And Councilwoman, this is a tough thing to accomplish. It's usually fifth graders, if memory serves, but tell everybody what they were all about. Yeah, so in order to do the Great American, it's fifth grade. Nevadans are the fourth graders. Oh, fourth graders. And what they do is they have to do so many things. They have to memorize all the states and their capitals. They have to be able to name every single president. In order, right? In order. They have to do the preamble to the Constitution, the Gettysburg Address, and they have to do this all year. All four stanzas of the Star-Spangled Banner. That's they have to know that too. That's right. So, and they have to do it while they're doing their other studies. Going to school. So this is a big commitment by the parents and the children, and so I was so proud of them. They get a little award plaque, but we also gave them certificates from the mayor and the council. Yeah, good for you. And we just felt that they would be able to look at that and see how proud of themselves. Congratulations, students. Yeah. That's quite an accomplishment, because I can tell you I can't do all those things. No, so. Neither can I. And then, Councilwoman, you know, we got some amazing kids keeping with that theme in the community post on Facebook. Congratulations to all the young athletes who participated in the Las Vegas Kids Duathlon. This was sponsored by the triathlon group, but this was a
dualathon.
Where they do
two events,
the
running,
2 out of 3.
running and biking, but no swimming. Yeah, so
yes, and they do this every year, and they're amazing.
Yeah,
you know, they come out, and the weather was a little warm that day, but they come out and they participate and
that was
compete.
back on May 13th. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love this event. I love that they invite me. I love that we get to give out the awards. It's just so nice.
And you know, we always joke, you never know when you might have a future Olympian. You've had swimmers that have made the Olympics,
That's
and
right.
so one of these youngsters may show up at some future games as well. God, if you're running in triathlons and duathlons when you're a kid, imagine what you're going to be doing as you get older. And then, Councilwoman, you were also at Piggott Elementary. Again, another group of Great American Pride graduates at Piggott Elementary.
Yes.
Posted that on Facebook. Provided certificates of acknowledgement to the students who completed the Great American Pride
This one was a little
program.
different. It was combined with graduation. So we really got to sit there and watch them graduate.
Excellent.
It was such a nice ceremony.
I love it. I love it. And then, well, you were everywhere. Then you posted on Facebook today on behalf of the City of Las Vegas, the mayor and the City Council. I had the honor to recognize the Global Clinton Initiative for their generous donation of Narcan to the Foundation for Recovery. Again, Councilman, explain to everybody, Narcan is used when people overdose on
fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
And we're so grateful to have that. And our law enforcement, which we'll talk about later in the show, also carry it.
Yeah, and our Las Vegas Fire and Rescue carry it as well.
Yeah, and it saves lives. And they were $300,000 worth of it was donated to them, and so we wanted to recognize that the initiative came in to Las Vegas to donate.
Fentanyl, opioid overdoses, very, very serious issue across the country and here in the Valley. And so having access to Narcan, where it obviously could save someone's life if they're overdosed. So,
absolutely.
Well, thank you to the Global Clinton Initiative for providing that excellent donation. And finally, Councilwoman, in this segment, we want to talk about a great tradition out at the Lakes community you posted on Facebook. I want to thank the American Legion Post 76 for allowing me to host and participate in their 21st Memorial Day ceremony at the Lakes. Every year they do a fantastic job of honoring those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. And this is a very poignant and beautiful ceremony where they lay the wreath on the water out at the Lakes. What a big turnout this year.
We had the biggest turnout this year. It's growing every year, and I'm grateful for that. And we honored the American Legion Post 76 for their 21st year, but they actually told us they were doing it for 23 years.
Wow.
But the 2 years prior didn't know they needed all the approvals from the HOAs in the Lakes. So they've actually been doing it.
We start counting at 21.
Yeah, we start
back
counting
21
at 21
years ago. Yeah, you know.
But it was so nice to hear that they just took that initiative and that the community came together and decided to work with them to make sure that they continued it.
It's a big ceremony. We have the traditional ceremonies that take place at Woodlawn Ceremony every Memorial Day, but that ceremony has now become one of the traditional ones here in Las Vegas.
Right,
as well.
and laying of the wreath is just a beautiful ceremony.
Very traditional and very poignant. So, well, Councilwoman, good stuff. We need to take a short break here, but when we return, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Captain Joseph Lepore will join us. He's now the captain of the Summerlin Area Command. You're going to get a chance to know him a little bit better right after this.
So high right now.
I know, but dinner at your mom's house like 5 minutes ago.
We have to drive? I drive better when I'm high.
You don't. And you getting you killed driving high is a bigger buzzkill than your mom's new boyfriend.
If you won't listen to anyone else, at least listen to you. If you're high, don't drive. Paid for by the Nevada Departments of Public Safety and Transportation.
I'm okay to drive the remote though, right?
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
Welcome back, everyone. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Captain Joseph Lepore is here to talk about his new role as the captain of the Summerlin Area Command. Joe, welcome to the program. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, and thank you for having me on the show.
We've always had a great relationship. You and I both happen to live in the Summerlin Area Command, and we've always had a wonderful relationship, the city, the community, with the captains out in that command. And it's reflected with the teams they lead. I think you and I both agree on that.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm so happy that we have Captain Lepore now. And he just went in and went right to work in the community and creating events and, you know, visiting with his counterparts. And it's just been wonderful.
Captain Lepore, we love having you on the show. We love to introduce you to the community. They get to know you a little bit better. And I think you've been doing a great job of getting out and meeting the community yourself in the meantime in the new job. So you got some upcoming events where you're going to be out there, you and your team?
Yeah, we do. We have a number of events coming up throughout the summer. The first one's going to be at the Avondale Apartments. That's 9225 West Charleston. We're having a barbecue there with those residents within that apartment complex, and that's on June 16th from 4 to 6 p.m.
Okay, very good.
And then we have Skate with the Cop. Now that,
Oh, my God, I have to go to that. Wait a minute. Where's that?
July 6th, and that's at City National.
This is ice skating.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
this is
skate,
the real,
not skateboard.
This is
ice
the real
skating,
deal.
yes.
Okay.
Ice skating, yes. Skate
Wait,
with
is
the
that
Cop.
in this downtown? No, where is that?
City National Arena.
Yeah,
so
it's right
downtown
there at
Summerlin.
downtown
right where
Summerlin.
the, okay.
Right, yeah, where the Knights
Oh,
practice.
we got to go watch that,
Yes.
Dave. We got to watch
You'll
that.
get out of the heat, you know,
So
out of the heat that
yes,
day.
so that's
yeah.
July 6th from 1 to 3. And then we have our annual backpack drive. Now that's in coordination with our Office of Community Engagement.
Gotcha.
And we will have that one on July 25th, and that's at Boca Park.
Very good. Very good.
Nice.
Councilwoman and I have always talked, I think Metro's done a great job of creating those partnerships with the community. We see you not just when there's something bad happens, but we see you at events like you're talking about where the officers, you and your team are part of the community. The community knows you and you get to know them. It makes a big difference.
Yes, it does.
I think it creates that bond. You guys, I think, call it community-oriented policing. It's really worked in Las Vegas. I think you've seen that the community and Metro, that the tension that other cities have between the community and the police, it doesn't really exist here.
Yeah, because they don't really have the relationship
Right.
that our
Right.
Metro has with
taking the time to invest in. Right?
Yeah, I think we started this nationwide, right? And now others are trying to implement it, but
because it works.
so important.
Yeah, clearly,
Yes.
clear. Joe, tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your background with Metro? What led up to you before you became captain at Summerlin Area Command?
So I've been on the department for 24 years. I hired on back in January '99, and I've held a number of positions throughout those years, from patrol officer to detective,
Wow.
And sergeant in patrol, and then sergeant as a detective sergeant, and then as a sergeant in robbery, and then as a lieutenant in patrol,
Wow.
and as a patrol detective lieutenant in financial crimes, and then robbery, and then also our Viper Auto Theft Task Force and our
Wow.
organized retail crime detail.
So you've got a lot of varied experience too,
Yes.
that you bring to the job. You know, folks, I got to tell, I'm going to toot Joe's horn here a little bit. To become a captain in the Metropolitan Police Department is very, very difficult. There are, fewer sergeants than patrol officers, fewer lieutenants than sergeants, and very few captains compared to lieutenants. So to reach that rank, it's a very competitive process. So to get there is a big deal and a huge accomplishment. So congratulations.
Thank
to
you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You are competing against the best of the best
That's
in
true.
the department, and then to get the assignment is a big deal. Captain Lepore, tell us, what are you focused on at Metro right now, in your area command specifically? What are residents seeing that you really need to help get the word out on?
Well, one of the problems we've been having lately is with stolen vehicles. That is a valley-wide problem, but it seems pretty intense over in my area command specifically. We've done a number of operations and a number of programs to bring that number down considerably, including going out there and taking preventative steps. Reaching out, when you're talking about reaching out to the community, using the community as a partner in these things, and getting that word out to them about how to make their vehicle maybe a little bit harder to steal, just giving preventative tips. And then also a big part of what we were looking at there was these Kias and these Hyundais being stolen.
Yeah, I think everybody's familiar. Captain Lepore, people have posted on social media how to steal those particular brands of vehicles, and it's become a problem. Yeah.
Absolutely has.
And you have a program to help specifically those makes of cars if people are worried about having them stolen.
We do. We've partnered with Hyundai and Kia exclusively, and they've generously donated wheel or steering wheel locks.
Yeah.
And so the way you can go and get those is to go to any area command.
That's terrific.
They've given us a set number of these devices. Each area command has those, so if anybody needs them, for Kias and Hyundai specifically, they can go to those area commands. And specific years, 2014 to 2020.
Yes, those are the cars that seem to be the most vulnerable to be stolen. So you're hearing, you're seeing a lot of that, and boy, that's a great message to get out, that you can get those steering wheel locks for free. Yeah. So the other thing, what else, Joe? Property crimes, burglaries. That's always seems to be something we hear about at town hall meetings and things like that. You know, so
we haven't seen anything substantial in any kind of rise.
Good.
You know,
Good.
when you look at crime numbers, it's kind of an ebb and flow, if you will.
Right.
So we haven't anything dramatic, any kind of dramatic spikes upwards or really downwards. It's kind of been pretty level for the most part. But what I can guarantee you is that my detectives work very, very hard to solve those crimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Joe, how many people work for you in your area command? How many are you in command of out there?
So I have approximately 166 employees. That includes patrol officers,
Civilians.
the civilians also, you know, sergeants, my lieutenants, and then again my civilian staff and the detectives that we have within the station as well.
Of course, working
You
24/7.
have a volunteer program that you were telling us about. Why don't you tell people about that? I love that.
Absolutely. So the police department itself, Las Vegas Metro Police, has a program. It's the Metro Volunteer Program. It's called
That's
MVP.
That's right.
And so if you want to be a part of that, it's a great program. We've had it for years. The way to go on and check that out is through our website, www.lvmpd.com. That'll give you a lot more information about what you can do to volunteer.
You have great participation in that. You have a lot of people interested in being a part of that.
We do. We do.
And not just, you know, folks that are retired and things like that, but it runs the gamut of ages and locations in the city and everything. So.
And we have great people that volunteer for us.
That's great.
They're some of the best people out there.
Joe, we have a couple minutes left. Is there anything else you want to add? It's great to have a chance to meet you, and want to wish you the best of luck. Is there anything else you want to add?
I just thank you for the opportunity to be here today. I'm so grateful to be the new commander of Summerlin Area Command. It's a great community. I've been in command for a little over a month now, and I've met some amazing people through town halls and through Coffee with the Cop. And it's been phenomenal. It's been great, and like you guys have mentioned, that partnership that we have with the community, it's of vital importance and so strong, particularly in that Summerlin community, and I'm happy to be part of it.
You know, I think it's just so great. You guys have always made yourself accessible. You're always listening to the community. I think it's one of the things the Councilwoman is always very appreciative of. She does the same thing, and it just creates a great relationship. People feel like you're approachable. They can go to you with their problems, just like they come to us. And so best of luck to you. And I know you're excited because, again, we should also mention you have a town hall coming up with the sheriff, don't you, as well?
So June 28th with Sheriff McMahill. You can get all the information from my social media, from our newsletters, or just call the office. But June 28th, mark your calendar.
And we'll have all that contact information at the end of the show if you're interested in reaching out on that. But Joseph Laporte, thank you so much. It's a pleasure meeting you. Best of luck. We know you're going to be great. A long line of great captains out in the Summerlin Area Command. It looks like we got another good one out there, too. So best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And we need to take another final break here, but when we come back, we're going to share some great upcoming events that you won't want to miss. That's next, so please stay with us.
Every day,
Millions of people
are connecting.
Father,
cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor. It's time we take a step forward, come together,
and discover
how accepting our differences can make us stronger.
Thanks for sticking with us, everyone. There are several events coming up this summer that we want to tell you all about. We're excited, Councilwoman. We mentioned this on the last segment with Joe Laporte from Metro, but you have a public safety town hall meeting featuring none other than the sheriff coming up on June 28th. Let's talk more about that.
Oh, I'm really excited about that because Sheriff Kevin McMahill will be joining us to talk about public safety tips, and he'll be live. We did a town hall earlier this year, but it was
A virtual, right?
Yeah, it was through teletown hall.
Yeah, teletown
But he
hall,
will
yeah.
be, and it was so successful that we wanted
I remember
to
you saying that's why you're doing this one. It's like, yeah, we're going to do it
exactly
again.
why
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
doing this, and that people can come and meet him and ask their questions and hear about his vision for our
Yeah,
city.
he's new on the job. Was just sworn in back in January. Took over as the new sheriff. So
I just went on a dispatch tour with him.
that's right, and that's what we were going to talk about.
That's what we were going to talk about, and it was amazing to see the work that those callers do
Yeah,
for
busy.
911, 311, and
24/7.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
And one of the things that he did was he kind of divided it up, where the person taking the call then will move it to wherever it needs to go.
Right.
So they're trying something, and it's working well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he is very involved with every aspect of Metro.
Yeah, he sure is. He sure is. And he's hit the ground running, and he's really made an effort to get out and meet the community, let the community
That's right.
talk to him.
And so Dispatch is hiring. So if anybody needs a good paying job with a good organization, I recommend that they contact them, because we do need those callers, and they are very important to our community.
Yeah, exactly. So give everybody those specifics one more time. Public Safety Town Hall is going to be June 28th, 6:30 to 8 out at the Veterans Memorial Community Center. Of course, that's on Pavilion Center Drive. Councilwoman will be out there, Sheriff McMahill, and it's a great informal way to get to meet the sheriff and the councilwoman. And if you have a concern about the safety of the community, whatever you want to share or just want to hear about, it's a great place to get that done.
It's gonna
Exactly.
be great.
And then you always get out there, councilwoman. People have an opportunity to meet with you in person. Your next Breakfast Buzz, Ward 2 Biz, is going to take place in July. And again, a great chance just to informally over some breakfast, talk with you about the issues. Those always go from 9 to 10. This will be Saturday, July 15th. Again,
And
out of
Captain Lepore will be there,
Yeah,
our new Summerlin Area Command.
who we just had on this program. yeah.
Captain, and he'll be addressing questions there. He was at our last meeting, and we're hoping he'll be there at this one.
We want to tell everybody, if you don't mind, please RSVP so we can have enough food. Make sure we have breakfast covered out there. That RSVPs, you send it to Ward2 at LasVegasNevada.gov, and Councilwoman or staff get right back to you. But it'd be great if you would like to come, thinking about coming, so that they can make sure that there's enough breakfast for everybody.
That's
at the
correct.
Breakfast Buzz.
That's correct.
Just let us know you're coming. That's always very helpful. So, Councilwoman, that was a full show, man. We really covered a lot of ground there. So, great work. We want to tell everybody out there, hey, we always want to hear from you. So if there's something you'd like to share with Councilwoman Victoria Seaman, you can find her on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You can also contact her by picking up the phone, 702-229-2420, or here's that email address. You can send her an email at Ward2 at LasVegasNevada.gov, and she's one of her great staff. We'll get back to you. Those are all her Instagram, social media handles there as well. If you'd like to reach out to her, if you have questions, want to follow her website here at the city, her page, you can do that as well. So appreciate that. And Councilwoman, we'll see you back in 6 weeks with another update from Ward 2. It'll be here before we know it.
It sure will.
We'll be well into the summer by then. So we'll be feeling with the heat and everything that comes with it. So thanks for being on the show. We'll see you next time. And everyone, don't miss our next show beginning on June 22nd with Ward 5 City Councilman Cedric Creer. You can now catch all of our KCLV shows on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. Also, watch for our QR code during the closing credits of this show to download and subscribe to our newsletter. And don't forget, of course, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time around.